Hello, friends, and welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. Today, we are continuing the APBA vintage season with original cards from the 50s and 60s and having a blast. I love the old boards. I love the old cards. Just love it. We have a good matchup today. It was a one-run game on opening day between these two. The 69 Cubs travel up I-94 to Milwaukee to take on the 59 Braves at Milwaukee County Stadium. The Cubs won on opening day 6-5. Today we have another good pitching matchup, and these two teams are about as even as you'd want to be, so I'm expecting a good one here today. For the Cubs, it'll be right-hander Bill Hands on the mound, who people said threw harder than Ferguson Jenkins. They said Hands was the hard thrower on this Cubs team. And for the Braves, it's the old spitballer Lou Burdette. So a pair of right-handers going in this one today. Before we get to today's starting lineups, don't forget to check out channel membership. With channel membership, you get access to members-only exclusive videos, a discount on the secondary store, and a free gift from me every month in the form of PDFs that I create for different cards and dice sims. Cubs 1-0, Braves 0-1. Let's play vintage APBA baseball and get to today's starting lineups. For the visiting 1969 Cubs, leading off at short, it's Don Kessinger. Batting second and second base, Glenn Beckert. Batting third and left field, Billy Williams. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Ron Santo. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Ernie Banks. Batting sixth, the catcher, Randy Hundley. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Al Spangler. And batting eighth, it's center fielder, Don Young. On the mound, it's Bill Hands. He's a B-grade pitcher in 1969 with YZ modifiers. For the homestanding Milwaukee Braves, leading off in center field, it's Billy Bruton. Batting second at third base, Eddie Matthews. Batting third in right field, Henry Aaron. Batting fourth in left field, Wes Covington. Batting fifth at first base, Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, the catcher, Del Crandall. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Johnny Logan. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Felix Mantilla. And batting ninth, it's Lou Burdette. In 1959, he was a B-grade pitcher with a Z modifier. When we play APBA baseball, we read the red die is the tens digit, the white die is the ones digit, and we are ready to go with Don Kessinger stepping in the batter's box against Lou Burdette. I'm throwing dice all over the desk. And the delivery. Oh, I didn't tell you about fielding. Both teams have 41 fielding points, and that makes both of them a fielding one. Kessinger taps the ground ball to Johnny Logan. He charges hard and fires to Joe Adcock for out number one in the first. We're underway at Milwaukee County Stadium. Here's the next delivery from Burdette to Beckert. Beckert hits it in the air to center to Billy Bruton, but not deep. He's got it for out number two. Billy Williams now. Burdette kicks and deals to the Cubs left fielder, and there's a base hit over shortstop into left field. Wes Covington collects it and throws it back in. The Cubs have a two-out hit, and here's Ron Santo. Game one, Cubs 6, Braves 5. The delivery from Burdette to Santo is hit high but not deep to center. Billy Bruton is there, and he's got it for out number 3. No score after a half an inning. Bruton, Matthews, and Aaron coming up for the Braves in the bottom of the first. Here's Froggy Hands. He kicks and deals to Billy Bruton. And that one is going to be strike 3 looking. And that is one down in the bottom of the first. Eddie Matthews now. Hands kicks and deals to him, and that's ball 4. So the Braves have one on with one out for Henry Aaron, the Hammer. And The Cubs are looking for a twin killing. Hands the stretch and the delivery to Aaron. That's ball 2. The next pitch is tapped to first. Knocked down by Hands. He picks it up. Throws to Ernie Banks, and that'll retire Aaron as Eddie Matthews moves to second base with 2 outs. And now it's Wes Covington, the Braves left fielder today. Hands the stretch and the delivery to Covington. And he popped it up. This wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Don Kessinger on the infield dirt is going to take it. 4 out, number 3. We've got 1 in the books, and there is no score in Milwaukee. Lou Burdette will face Ernie Banks, Randy Hundley, and Al Spangler in the Cubs second. Here's the delivery from the sinker baller, and that one is hit on the ground to short. Johnny Logan with another chance, and he fires to Joe Adcock for out number 1. Randy Hundley caught a whole lot of games for Leo DeRocher, many of them in a row. This one is hit to center. Billy Bruton coming in a few steps, and he's got it for out number 2. Al Spangler comes to the plate with nobody on. Burdette winds and delivers, and it's a hanger to Spangler. Al Spangler hits it to right and deep. Back goes Aaron, warning track, wall, and it's gone. 1-0 Cubs in the top of the second from maybe an unlikely source, Al Spangler. And here comes Burdette now dealing to Donnie Young, the pitch. That's hit to center. One more chance for Bruton. He's getting his road work in today, and that will retire the Cubs in the second. But they get a run on a hit, the bomb from Spangler. We go to the bottom of 2, and it's 1-0 Cubs. Bill Hands now has a lead. He'll deal with Adcock, Crandall, and Logan, the 5, 6, 7 batters in the Milwaukee order in the bottom of the second. Hands winds and deals. And it's a ground ball to Don Kessinger. To his left. He gloves it. And plants and throws to Banks for out number 1. Del Crandall. Hands, winds, and deals to the Braves catcher, and it's to left and deep. Back goes Williams, warning track, wall, and it's gone. A tie game and a bomb from Crandall. Solo shots traded in the second inning. Here's Johnny Logan. The wind and the delivery from Bill Hands to Johnny Logan is hit on the ground to second. Glenn Beckert is up with it and throws to Banks for out number 2. Here comes Felix Mantilla. Lou Burdette would be next. The wind and the delivery to Hands, and it's a hanger to Mantilla. Felix has some pop. He drills this one to right center and deep. It is off. Oh, wait a minute. 42. I'm looking at 24. See, he got it to center and deep. Back goes Don Young, and it's gone. Another home run in the game. This one by Felix Mantilla. And since I almost read the card wrong, yikes. 2-1 Braves in the bottom of the second. Here's Burdette. The wind and the delivery to Burdette from Hands. Hands hits it to right center. This will one-hop the wall. Burdette around first. He's going to cruise into second with a 2-out double. And now Bill Bruton comes to the plate with a chance to extend the Braves' lead. Hands in all kinds of trouble. The stretch by Bill and the delivery to Bruton is ball 4. Bill trots down to first, and it's not going to get any easier now because Eddie Matthews comes to the plate. Henry Aaron is on deck. Hands the stretch, and the pitch to Matthews is hit in the air to right center. Don Young on the run and makes a nice running catch for out number 3. But in the second, the Milwaukee Braves get 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. Power aplenty with home runs from Crandall and Mantilla. We go to inning number 3 with your score. The Braves 2 and the Cubs 1. Burdette suddenly has a lead. He'll deal with Bill Hands, Don Kessinger, and Glenn Beckert in the Cub third. Burdette kicks and deals to Hands. I struck him out, and that's Lou Burdette's first strikeout on the day with a sinker. Here's Kessinger, 0 for 1. Burdette winds and deals to Don Kessinger, and he hits it into right. Can of corn for Henry Aaron, and he's got it for out number 2. That'll bring up Beckert with nobody on. Burdette winds and deals to the Cubs second baseman, and there's a base hit to right field. Drops in front of Aaron. Beckert makes a big turn, but holds on at first, and here comes Billy Williams. Burdette the stretch, checks Beckert. The pitch to Billy Williams is hit on the ground to second. Mantilla is going to go to Adcock with it, and that will retire the Cubs in the third. We go to the bottom of 3, and it's Milwaukee 2 and Chicago 1. For the Braves, in inning number 3, it'll be Aaron, Covington, and Adcock coming up. The delivery from Bill Hands is hit to Glenn Beckert. Beckert gloves it to his left, cuts it off from going into right field, plants and throws to Ernie Banks for out number 1. Here's Wes Covington. He's 0 for 1. The pitch from Bill Hands is hit to left toward the line. On the run is Billy Williams, and he's got it for out number 2. Joe Adcock now. Hands winds and deals. Adcock hits it to left. This will drive Williams back a few steps, but he's got room and puts it away for out number 3. We've played 3, and we got a good one. It's the Braves 2 and the Cubs 1. Burdette will face Santo, Banks, and Hundley, a trio of right-handed sticks in the 4th inning. Lou Burdette winds and deals to Ernie Banks. To Ron Santo. And it's hit on the ground to Mantilla. He gloves it and throws wild. Adcock knocks it down, but Santo will reach on the E4. There is the Cubs tying run. See what Banks can do. Burdette the stretch and the pitch to Ernie. And a base hit for Ernie Banks. This goes to right field. Drops in front of Aaron. Banks will hold on at first. Santo goes to third, and there's Cubs at the corners with nobody out in the 4th. Randy Hundley comes to the plate. And now the Braves have to decide what to do with the infield. I think they're going to play back. Looking for Hundley to hit into a 6-4-3. The delivery to Hundley is ball 4. The bases are dripping with Cubs. Lou Burdette in trouble. Nobody out. Here's Al Spangler, who went deep back in the 2nd inning. And I think they're still going to play back for 2. Burdette the stretch, and the delivery is hit in the air to left. Coming in is Wes Covington. He makes the catch in short left. Holding at third is Santo. There's 1 down. Don Young comes up. Bill Hands on deck. The stretch by Burdette and the pitch to Young. Ground ball to short. Here's their double play chance. Logan to Mantilla for 1. The relay to Adcock. Not in time. Don Young beats the wrap at first. Santo scores from third. Hundley retired 6-4 on the fielder's choice, and Ernie Banks goes to third. So there's Cubs at the corners again, now with 2 outs, and we have a 2-2 score. It's ballet time out there. Bill Hands comes to the plate. Don Kessinger would be next. Burdette the stretch, and the delivery to his counterpart is hit to short. Logan's going to go the short way to Mantia, and that will retire the side in inning number 4. But the Cubs get a run on a hit. They leave 2. The run's not earned, but I suspect Leo DeRocher will still take it. We go to the bottom of the 4th with your score, the Cubs 2 and the Braves 2. Crandall, Logan, and Mantia coming up in inning number 4 for the Milwaukee Braves. The delivery from Hands to Crandall is a base hit over shortstop Don Kessinger's outstretched glove. It lands in left field in front of Billy Williams. Crandall is aboard with the potential go-ahead run. Here's Johnny Logan. The stretch by Hands and the delivery to Logan is hit to third. Knocked down by Santo. Picks it up. Fires to Banks, and they get Logan by a step as Crandall advances to second base. Felix Mantia comes up now. He went deep in the second. Lou Burdette is on deck. Bill Hands the stretch and the delivery to Mantia. And it's popped up. In short left field is Don Kessinger. He's got it for out number 2. Holding at second is Crandall. And here comes Lou Burdette, who doubled back in the second when Hands was leaking oil. Bill Hands the stretch and the delivery to Burdette is strike 3. Swinging, he got him on a bender, and he didn't come within 3 feet of it. That's Bill Hands' second strikeout of the day. We go to the 5th with the score. The Cubs 2 and the Braves 2. Top of the order coming for Chicago in the 5th. Kessinger, Beckert, and Williams for the 69 Cubs. Lou Burdette winds and deals to Don Kessinger, and he hits one to left. This is into right center. Henry Aaron is under it, and he's got it for out number 1. Glenn Beckert is 1 for 2. Burdette winds and deals, and there's a base hit to right for Beckert, his second hit of the day. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs. Billy Williams comes up. He's 1 for 2. Burdette the stretch, the pitch to Billy Williams, and there's a base hit. This one goes to right. Around second goes Beckert. He's heading for third. Henry Aaron is gunning to third to try and get him. Beckert safe with a head first slide, and Billy Williams goes to second on the throw. Well, that didn't keep the double play in order. There's runners on second and third now with 1 out, and Santo coming to the plate. Braves are going to move their infield in. Santo is 0 for 2. He did score a run last inning. Burdette going to go from the stretch. The delivery to Ron Santo is going to be popped up into short left field. Back is Logan, and he's got it. 4 out. Number 2, holding at third is Beckert. No. Logan falls down. Beckert will score. Williams advances to third. It's 3-2 Cubs. 3-2 Chicago. And now it's Banks with a man at third and 2 down. All righty. Ernie's 1 for 2. Burdette going to go from the windup, and the delivery to the Cub first baseman. Struck him out on a sinker. And that is strikeout number 2 for Lou Burdette. But the Cubs have clawed their way back into the lead. We're halfway through this one, and it's Chicago 3 and Milwaukee 2. Bill Hands has a new lease on life. Top of the order coming for the Braves in the 5th. Bruton, Matthews, and Aaron. Hands goes from the windup, and the delivery is hit to right. Al Spangler by the right field line is going to make the catch for out number 1. Eddie Matthews, 0 for 1. Bill Hands winds and deals to Matthews. This is hit to center, into left center. On the run is Young, and he gets there for out number 2. Now Henry Aaron. Aaron's 0 for 2. Hands, winds, and deals to the hammer. And a base hit just over the outstretched glove of Don Kessinger. Aaron's aboard with a 2-out single, and now Covington comes to the plate. Joe Adcock would be next. Hands the stretch, the pitch to Wes Covington is going to be hit on the ground to Glenn Beckert. He gloves it, throws to Banks, and that will retire the Braves in the 5th. So the Cubs get that shutdown inning they were looking for. We go to the 6th with your scores, Chicago 3 and Milwaukee 2. In the Cubs 6, it's Hundley, Spangler, and Young coming. If anybody gets on, Bill Hands. Lou Burdette winds and deals to Randy Hundley, and Randy draws a walk. Al Spangler comes up. He's 1 for 2 with the home run that put the Cubs in front 1-0 back in the 2nd. Burdette the stretch, and the pitch to Spangler is hit to left. Dying Quail. Here comes Wes Covington, and he makes a nice running catch for out number 1. Hundley returns to first base, and here's Don Young. Burdette the stretch, and the pitch to Young is hit back to Burdette. Lou knocks it down, picks it up, fires to Adcock, and that will retire Young as Hundley moves to second. And now with 2 outs, it'll be Bill Hands. Bill Hands is 0 for 2 in this game. Don Kessinger would be next. Burdette the stretch, and the pitch to his counterpart. He struck him out. He humped up on that fastball, and that'll retire the Cubs in the 6th. We go to the bottom of 6 with your score, Chicago 3 and Milwaukee 2. Adcock, Crandall, and Logan, 5, 6, 7 coming up for Fred Haney in the bottom of the 6th. Joe Adcock is 0 for 2. Hands, winds, and deals. This is hit to center. Can of corn for Don Young, and there's 1 down in the Braves 6th. Del Crandall now, 2 for 2 with a home run. The delivery from Bill Hands is hit to left. Coming in a few steps is Billy Williams, and he's got it for out number 2. Johnny Logan, 0 for 2. Felix Mantilla would be next. Logan at the plate. The delivery to him is hit to first. Ernie Banks is going to take it to the bag unassisted for out number 3. We go to the 7th. Still a good game. Cubs 3, Braves 2. Top of the order coming for Chicago in inning number 7 against Lou Burdette, Kessinger, Beckert, and Williams. The last time this trio started an inning, the Cubs got a run out of it. Burdette winds and deals, and that's ball 4 to Kessinger. Let's see if Leo DeRocher wants to put a play on here with Glenn Beckert. And I think he does. Kessinger at first, Burdette the stretch, and the delivery. There goes Kessinger. And that is going to be bounced to third. Eddie Matthews to his left, gloves it, fires to Joe Adcock, and that will retire Beckert as Kessinger moves safely to second base. Now it's Billy Williams with first base open. Billy is 2 for 3. Santo is on deck. He is 0 for 3. Well, could walk him here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go after him. Burdette the stretch, checks Kessinger at second, and the delivery to Billy Williams. And Billy Williams swings and hits a line drive at Johnny Logan. Logan makes the grab, flips to Mantilla. Kessinger tries to dive back. He can't get there. Double play line out by Billy Williams, and that will end the 7th for the Cubs. Nice play by Logan, and a big play maybe in this game. Time to stretch them out in Milwaukee with your score. The Cubs 3 and the Braves 2. Mantilla, Burdette, and Bruton coming up in the bottom of the 7th. Felix is 1 for 2 with a bomb back in the 2nd inning. Bill hands, kicks, and deals. Ground ball hit to 3rd. Ron Santo gloves it by the bag and fires across the diamond for out number 1. Bill Hands has not allowed 2 base runners in an inning since the 2nd inning. He has retired now 12 of the last 14 men he's faced. The delivery to Lou Burdette with nobody on and 1 out in the 7th. Burdette pops it up. Into foul territory is Randy Hundley back by the screen. He's got it for out number 2. Now it's Bruton with nobody on. Eddie Matthews would be next. Hands, winds, and deals. Bruton hits a lazy fly ball to center. Under it is Don Young, and he's got it for out number 3. We've played 7. And your score, the Cubs 3 and the Braves 2. 8th inning action. Santo, Banks, and Hundley coming for the Cubs as the Cubs look for insurance, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And Santo's 0 for 3. Burdette winds and deals to Santo, and it's to center and deep. Bruton on his horse. Warning track. Wall. He runs out of room. It's gone. A home run for Ron Santo and a 4-2. Cubs lead. That's going to get the Braves bullpen cooking. And it'll be Don McMahon and Juan Pizarro, lefty-righty, double-barreled action, just the way Fred Henney likes it whenever he's in Brewtown. And Ernie Banks comes to the plate. 1 for 3. Burdette winds and deals to Banks. And this one is a comebacker to Lou Burdette. He takes a couple steps toward Joe Adcock and throws him the ball for out number 1. Randy Hundley is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Burdette kicks and deals to Hundley, and that's hit to center. Dying quail. Here comes Billy Bruton, and he's got it for out number 2. Al Spangler now at 1 for 3. Don Young would be next. Burdette kicks and delivers to Spangler, and there's a base hit. Into center for Spangler. That's his 2nd hit of the day, and Don Young will come to the plate this inning. Haney on the top step of the dugout. Burdette the stretch. The pitch to Young is popped up on the infield dirt. Johnny Logan is going to take it for out number 3. We've played 7.5 now. Cubs 4, Braves 2. And the Braves have their good hitters coming up. It'll be Matthews, Aaron, and Covington. And if anybody gets on, Joe Adcock in the Braves 8th. Eddie Matthews 0 for 2. Hands, kicks, and deals to him, and it's hit in the air to right and deep. Back goes Spangler. Warning track. He's got it for out number 1. Henry Aaron is 1 for 3. He's up there now. The delivery from Hands to Aaron is a base hit for the hammer into left field. Collected by Billy Williams. 1 on with 1 out for the Braves. Here comes the tying run to the plate in Wes Covington. For the Cubs in the bullpen, lefty-righty double-barreled action for Leo DeRocher. Hank Aguirre and Phil Regan. Reagan. I think his name is Ray. I always say it wrong. Regs. I think it's Regan. I gotta look it up. All right, Covington's 0 for 3. Hands the stretch, and the pitch is a base hit for Wes Covington. Chopped on the infield. It's off of Hans' glove. Everybody's going to be safe. There's 2 Braves on with 1 out, and here's Adcock. A double play target if Hans can get him to hit it on the ground. The stretch by Bill Hans and the delivery to Joe Adcock is a ground ball hit to Beckert at second. He goes to Kessinger for 1, and the relay to Banks in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the Cubs. Leo DeRocher claps as his men come into the dugout for the 9th inning. Your score, Chicago 4 and Milwaukee 2. For the Cubs in the 9th, it'll be Hans, Kessinger, and Beckert, and Leo is going to let Hans bat. So he's apparently going to come on for the bottom of the 9th. Burdette deals to Hans, and Hans swings and grounds 1 weakly to short. Johnny Logan up with it and throws to Joe Adcock for out number 1 in the 9th, Here's Don Kessinger at 0 for 3. The pitch from Burdette to Kessinger is bounced to short. Logan from the hole fires to Adcock, and they get Kessinger by a step. Now Glenn Beckert with nobody on and 2 outs. Billy Williams would be next. Lou Burdette kicks and deals to Kessinger, and it's a ground ball to Logan. He's going to tie a record held by many. He throws to Adcock for out number 3. Bottom of the 9th coming. With your score, the Cubs 4 and the Braves 2. Crandall, Logan, and Mantilla coming up in the Braves' 9th inning. This is it. Del Crandall 2 for 3 with a home run in the 2nd. Gary and Reagan, I think it is. Ready in the Cub bullpen. The pitch to Del Crandall from Bill Hans is a ground ball to first. Ernie Banks takes it to the bag, unassisted, for out number 1. Johnny Logan is 0 for 3. Mantilla is on deck. If anybody gets on now, it's going to be Burdette. The pitch to Logan is hit to center. Don Young coming in a step or 2, and he's got it for out number 2. Here's Mantilla. Could hit for him, but he went deep in the 2nd, so I'm going to let him bat. Hans winds and deals to Felix Mantilla, and there's a base hit into left field, just past the outstretched glove of Don Kessinger. And Burdett's spot is due, and he is being called back to the dugout. We're going to get a pinch hitter for the Braves pitcher, and it's going to be Lee May. Not that Lee May, the 60s outfielder Lee May. He is coming to bat, and he is a left-handed batter. Now the question is Leo going to let Hans face him? And the answer, yes, he is. All right, so May is the potential tying run at the plate. Hans, the stretch, checks Mantilla at first, and the delivery to Lee May is a strike 3 swinging. Bill Hans gets him with the broccoli cauliflower medley, and that is your ball game. Let's give you the totals on this one as Lee May trudges back to the dugout. For the visiting and victorious 1969 Cubs, 4 runs, 8 base hits, and they committed no errors. The Braves, 2 runs on 8 hits, but they committed 1 costly error that led to a run in the 4th inning. Your winning pitcher is Bill Hans. He's 1-0. Dueling complete games, Lou Burdette deserved a better fate. He drops to 0-1 with the loss. Your team records right now, the Cubs improved to 2-0, and the Braves dropped to 0-2. Our next game in the APBA, vintage APBA season will be the 1966 Washington Senators, who are 1-0. They will be at the 1967 Chicago White Sox. They are 0-1, as you might imagine. So before you take off, don't forget to check out channel membership. The link is in the description for this video. Thank you again, my friends, for supporting my channel. Your final from Milwaukee County Stadium. The 1969 Cubs 4, the 1959 Braves 2. Thank you for being with me. I hope you have a great night. So long, everybody.